welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a fine line between a makeup addicted shopping monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. On this channel I really like to play with eyeshadow palettes, singles, duochromes, multichromes, shimmers, metallics, blushes, highlighters, pretty much anything but pressed glitters. And today we are going to be doing a purchase or pass video. As you know, this type of video was popularized by Samantha March, and I'll leave her information down below, as well as the creators that I use on Instagram to get all of my makeup news. If this sounds like something you're interested in watching, stick with me. We're getting into it right now. Okay guys, and if you like this look, I'm actually going to be doing a video on Friday testing out the new Colourpop Limoncello palette, which looks like this, and it is so pretty. But yeah, so if you're interested in checking this look out, I will have that video coming up. My hair, if you guys see my other videos this week, you know I took my kids outside, we ran around and played, my hair got sweaty, now it's frizzy, it can't be stopped, it's a monster, I can't be held liable for its actions. So we're going to get into the makeup right now. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the Sigma Deluxe Blending Brush Set, and it has 9 essential brushes. The E25 blending, E25 MX blending, the E27 detail blending, the E38 diffused crease brush, the E40 tapered blending, the E40 max tapered blending, the E45 small tapered blending, E45 max small tapered blending, and the E49 medium tapered blending. So there's 4 new brushes in the set, and then everything else is brushes that they already had. It's $122. Girl, $122 for some brushes. I'm like, it hurts my heart a little bit, I think. Some of these brushes look really big for the size that my eyes are, so I definitely don't think I would be picking up this entire set. I did recently just pick up a couple Sigma brushes to try, and I really do like the quality. I think they're good quality brushes, but I think I would want to pick like brushes here and there as I see fit, and kind of mix and match, as opposed to getting a full collection and not being able to use several of the brushes because they're just too big. So for me, that one's going to be a pass. We'll see if that helps calm my hair down a little bit. Alright, the next thing to talk about is Alien Cosmetics is launching a spring colored eyeshadow palette. It's going to have 12 shades, 2 multichromes, 1 duochrome, and some mattes. So I tried a quad from Alien Cosmetics. I think I mentioned this in last week's video. I tried a quad from them, I think the Dreamy quad. It was like a blue toned quad, and I really felt like what I was seeing in swatches online was not representative of what I got in my actual order. So I ended up messaging the brand just to be like, what's up? Like, was this maybe like a defect, or are you guys like photoshopping your swatches, or like what's going on? And I never got a reply back from the brand, so I just thought that was kind of like to begin with. I know Angelica Nefis has tried their palettes more recently and has said that they've reformulated, so I don't know if maybe the new formula would be more consistent. I do think this color story is very pretty, and I would be interested to try it if I saw some videos first that kind of reassured me that the palette that I see online is what I'm actually going to get in person. So definitely something I'm keeping my eye on, but not something I'm ready to make a purchase right now for. I'm very like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me no, what is it? Fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So we'll see about that. Alright. LarenaMakeup.com is doing some multichrome pigments, but they also swatched with this really pretty like oil base that they're using for their pigments, and I just thought the way that it left the shimmers on the skin looked so pretty. I don't know if I'll be able to capture, like, maybe I'll be able to just capture the picture of the swatches, but it just looks really, really pretty. So it's definitely an oil that I think I would be really interested in trying. Alright, Pure Elise is doing a Blush and Glow BB Cheek color, and they're going to be $18 each, and it looks like there's 7 shades. And there are definitely some like more cool toned pinks and then some orangey kind of vibes. I think orange toned blush is going to be like really, really big this year, because it seems everybody's putting out orange toned blushes this year. The colors look really pretty. They look very vibrant, so I think they'd work on a variety of different skin tones, which is good. I'm trying to see. yeah, I think that's pretty much it to talk about for those blushes. I think they look very pretty. The Vivid Coral shade definitely catches my eye because those corally colored tones are like really just doing it for me recently. So definitely something to watch out for. All right. MAC Cosmetics is launching Love Me lipsticks in a liquid lipstick range, and how many shades are there? Oh my god, so many shades. Why? 20 shades of these lipsticks. The packaging is really, really pretty, but the swatches, all the swatches look the same. Like, they really look the same. So I don't know, they have really weird like high intensity lighting on their swatches, and there's too much glare to really be able to get like a good representation of the color. So I don't think I'm going to pick any of these up, on top of which I don't think MAC is cruelty free at this point. But I just, such an odd choice, such an odd choice. Alright, the next thing to talk about is the Colourpop and Lizzie McGuire collection. Now, when I grew up, Lizzie McGuire was on. Like, I'm not 100 years old, but it was not a show that I particularly cared that much about. I thought the main character was super annoying and just like cloying, like Disney Channel kind of stuff. Like, that's just not my scene. So for me, this is like nostalgia that I would wish stayed in the 90s or 2000s. And I know that not everybody thinks that, and that's totally fine. I hope for the people that do pick this up that they really, really enjoy this color story and that they enjoy the products. I actually think the color story of the palette is really pretty with the greens and the pinks and the fuchsias and peaches. But I have the Poppy Cosmetics Neon Drip palette, which I think has a very similar color story. And so I used that when I saw this collection. I used that palette to make a, eye look that I really liked, that I think kind of represented those colors really nicely, and I was really happy with how the look came out, but I don't think I need this collection to make that happen. So I'll be passing over all this, but you'll have to let me know if you're interested in picking any of that up. Alright, this is La Rock Cosmetics, so different from Loreal that we see in Ulta. This is a little spelled just a slight difference. And they're releasing this enormous rainbow palette with lots of pressed glitters in it. I really thought we were done with this kind of stuff. There's 10 pressed glitters in it, 48 shades. It's almost $50 US. I can't with this. I don't want any more of this. Like, I'm so over this. I want this part of makeup history to be finished, and let's move on and find something different, because I think we are so much better than this at this point. Alright, Pat McGrath is revealing the Dark Star 006 V2 and Lust 004 V3 collections, which appear to be like a little lip shimmer kit and an eye shimmer kit. I don't need either of these products, so I won't be picking either of them up, on top of which I'm sure they're super expensive. Pat McGrath does some really cool concepts sometimes, but at other times I feel like her makeup is very like, I would buy this to make an Instagram picture or make an Instagram reel, and then I would have no other purpose for it in my collection. So I don't feel the urge to spend Pat McGrath prices on something that I'm only going to use for like an Instagram story. Alright, Goss Makeup Artistry is releasing the Radiance Boosting Face Palettes. So this is Wayne Goss's collection, and it looks like he did 3 palettes, but the palettes look so similar. I'm not sure why he chose to do 3 that are almost the exact same tone. I feel like he would have been better served by making the variation between the 3 palettes a little bit stronger, so that it would serve a wider skin tone range. At least there's no matte black in it, unlike all of his eyeshadow palettes. So that's a plus. I don't see a price for these yet, but nothing from Wayne Goss has really like drawn me in enough to consider making a purchase. So this I don't think is going to be my first purchase from the brand. I think it's nice that they're trying to do more than one shade to like serve different skin tones. I just think that they didn't get deep enough to really make that relevant. Alright. The next thing is the Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint from Fenty Beauty, and it is in 25 shades. It looks like it does go pretty light to pretty deep, and the last 2 shades look really dark, so I think you could probably, you know, get a pretty good range there. I'm not sure the price. I don't see it on this particular post that I'm looking at from Fenty. But I think it's around like the $30 price point, so a little on the pricey side for a skin tint. I do have a bunch of skin tints that I need to kind of decide which are my favorites and do like a ranking video for you guys. So I won't be picking this one up, but I do think it's really cool, and when I run out of foundations, it might be something I consider in the future. Artist Couture is doing 2 face trios. One is more of like soft pinky coral, and one has a little bit deeper like cinnamon fuchsia type shades. They do look very pretty. I think if I remember correctly, these are like $30 or $36, something like that. So pretty pricey for what they are. I'll be skipping over these, but I do think all of the like kind of spring summer launches that they've done so far have been really, really pretty. Like that ethereal palette that they did that's kind of like pinkies and aqua purple. Very, very pretty. Alright, Colored Rain has released some highlighters to go along with their bronzers, and I believe they do have some bundles on their website, so you can go and bundle either one of the face products with another face product or with one of the brushes and get a nice little discount on it. I think they look so pretty. There's in the middle of the picture, there's kind of like this peachy pink highlighter, which I think would be really nice as like a shimmery blush lighter for me. Oh Lord, I think that would look so, so pretty. So I definitely want to keep my eyes out on this. It's probably not something I'm picking up this like cycle of shopping, but it might be something I consider picking up soon. Alright, Kim Kardashian West is releasing lip kits like all of the other Jenner Kardashian people. And she is doing 4 lip trios with a pencil, what is this, a lip gloss, and a lipstick. Yeah, so these are not for me. I think they're overpriced for what they are. I think her brand in general is overpriced for what it is. It's pretty neutral, generic kind of makeup, and I just don't think you need to pay those prices for it. Alright, Clarity Cosmetics did the So Mermazing palette, and actually I think it has already sold out. So if you want it, you're going to need to wait for a pre-order, restock, something like that. It looks really pretty. It's got some really pretty like vibrant shimmery kind of duochrome type shades in it. The mattes are kind of really interesting plays on some of the sea glass and like driftwood kind of shades that you would see at the beach. So I think it's cool that it's not just like here's a hot pink, here's a hot purple. Like they really put some thought into it. I think it's a really cool palette. I probably will not pick this one up, but I do think it's really pretty, and I can't wait to see looks from other people from that palette. Alright, Nikita Dragon is releasing the Explicit Mascara. I don't know why all the mascaras need to be rated these like really explicit names, like Better Than Sex, Major Pleasure, Bad Gal Bang. Like they just have all these weird like, why? Like what about your eyelashes is like sex? I don't know. Anyway, I am not gonna buy this. The fact that the girl put on false lashes to advertise mascara just raises so many red flags for me that I'm like, no, not buying it, not buying it. So this is just a no for me. On top of which, the mascara wand itself looks like a metal screw. Like it's very small, the bristles are very short, they're very tightly packed. I'm just not sure how you're going to get a lot of like length or curl or anything out of that type of mascara wand. So that's a pass for me. Alright, this is the Jimmy Choo Seduction Collection. They're releasing some lipsticks and nail polishes. The lipsticks are $65 and the nail polish is $48. That packaging is so damn bougie. I had to talk about it. Like I literally could not resist talking about it. There's no way I'm picking up any of these, by the way. Definitely not. But the packaging is so cute that I just had to talk about it. Like they just look so cool. Props for the packaging, passing for the price. Alright, Juvia's Place is releasing an eye primer, and they're actually releasing it in 3 shades. So there's a light, a medium, and a darker shade. I think that's such a good idea, especially for something that you can put as kind of like an opaque base to really build up lots of strong color pigment on top. I don't know how the medium and the deeper shade would necessarily affect the color because they do have, you know, kind of like a brown base to them. I don't know how that would necessarily affect the vibrancy of a color, so I'd be very curious to see what this ends up looking like. It's $12, which I think is a really, you know, pretty decent price in terms of, you know, their product offerings so far. I definitely think I want to try it. I did actually just recently pick up a new eyeshadow primer to try, and I know my aunt has one waiting in the wings for me to try that she's not planning to use, so I think I'm good on primers for now, but I definitely think it's something that I want to try in the future. It just is a matter of like when it works best for me and my budget, so it's not going to be something that I buy like right at launch. Ciate London is launching a new foundation. This is a dewy skin foundation, semi-sheer skin tint with a super glowy finish, cushion-like balmy formula, luminous, not tacky, glass-like skin. It's got hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, yuzu extract, and dragon fruit extract. It's 26 pounds. Alright, you guys, sorry about that. My camera died, so I'm probably in like a slightly different position, but it is what it is. Anyway, Ciate London is releasing this dewy skin foundation, and it's going to be probably a little over $30. It's 26 pounds, so I'm guessing that would put it at like $33, $35 somewhere in there, without actually doing the math. It does look like 10 shades. It goes from fairly light to like medium deep, so I think they have a good like step off between each shade that they've picked out. It is supposed to be a sheer wash of color, so I think you can get away with a smaller shade range. 10 is pretty small, so compared to something like Fenty where they're doing like 25 shades, I feel like this is kind of short, but at least it's evenly spaced out on like a skin tone range, so there's that. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is the Out Cosmetics release called Pastel Magic, and on the outside of the packaging, it's got kind of like this whimsical, like tarot cards kind of looking thing. It looks really cute. The inside of the palette, though, I don't see any pastels in this palette. Like, I'm very confused as to why they're calling it a Pastel Magic palette when all the shades on the inside are very vibrant colors. So I just think that that was like kind of a miss there. But at least there's no pressed glitters, so good on them. And it's launching on the 26th. Alright, it's Belle Cosmetics, which, as you know, they did their Break the Rules palette, which I think is a really, really nice palette. They are doing the colored mascaras now. They're going to be $8.99 individually, or a bundle for $32, and it looks like they're going to have 4 different shades, kind of a blue, a purple, an orange, and a red. I think that's really cool. I'm usually pretty hesitant to try colored mascaras. I've tried them a couple times in the past, and I've just not seen enough color payoff on my lashes to really make it make sense for me, so I tend not to buy stuff like that, but I think it's cool that they're trying some new product lines. Alright, Huda Beauty is doing more of these Obsessions eyeshadow palettes. This Obsessions concept of like a 9-pan palette seems to work really nicely for her brand. They seem to release a lot of these palettes, and so they're releasing 3 more neutral ones, which are caramel, toffee, and chocolate. They're just very boring to me. They're just boring brown palettes. One is definitely more orangey toned, one is more just like straight neutrals, and then one is definitely more like golden yellow tones. I'm not drawn in by any of these enough to really like make it worthwhile to invest in these. They're like $29, so I'll be skipping over all of that. Okay, and then the next thing that I want to talk about, this one I'm so excited for. So Samantha March collabed with Over Cosmetics last year and made 3 face products and 2 lip products. It was a really big hit. I bought the box, the whole PR kit, and I really enjoyed all of the products that were in that box. This year, she's doing a second collab with them, which I think is so amazing. So congratulations, Samantha. And in this one, she has a face palette which has 8 eyeshadows and 3 face products. Half of the bronzer and blush from her original collab are present in this new bundle, and then the highlighter is brand new. It's supposed to be like a pink champagne type color. And then there is a lip gloss trio. The gloss, one of the glosses is from her original lip duo, and then there's 2 new shades. Everything together I think is about $59, which I think is a really reasonable price point. I was expecting it to be like $100, and then I was going to get my 20% off and it would be like $80, and I'd still be like, ouch, but okay, I'm going to buy it. $59 I think is a great price point for everything that you're getting, especially because you can still use the 20% off coupon code. You're still going to save some money there. I'm happy with the price point. Now, when I sit and think about my budget, which I do try to keep to like a consistent budget every 2 weeks based on like when I get paid, between now and the time I get paid next, this product is going to launch, and the money that I want to use, I have some other things that I want to purchase. So I don't think I'm going to buy this right away. I think it looks so pretty and I'm so drawn to it, but I'm also very worried because the shimmers in this palette look a little bit more subdued, and the mattes in this palette look a little bit more mid-tone than compared to some of the like really vibrant bright colors that I tend to gravitate towards. I'm worried I'm going to spend this money and I'm going to have a palette that I like but I'm not in love with. So I'm going to probably hold off on this palette for now and just wait and see some more reviews. I've been really enjoying watching all the reviews that have come out so far, and certainly everything has been very positive. But again, I'm just in a phase right now where I really enjoy lots of really vibrant eyeshadow, and so I want to continue with really vibrant eyeshadow, and I think this might not be vibrant enough and I might feel a little bit disappointed. Not that it's a bad product, it's just not designed to be a vibrant eyeshadow. So I think, you know, in thinking about the fact that Samantha puts these community playlists together and she occasionally watches some of these videos, I've seen her watch some of my other videos in the past, so if you do ever watch this one, Samantha, congratulations. It is a beautiful color story and it is so you, and your looks are so beautiful, the looks that I've seen you do so far with this. So I don't want it to come off as, you know, like I don't like the product or I don't think it's a good quality. It's just, I think she would also want us to only purchase makeup that we think we're going to get a lot of use out of, that we think we're going to really enjoy, and it's going to bring us a lot of like satisfaction and fulfillment, and not to create a mountain of debt buying every single makeup release that exists just for the sake of owning everything that exists. So coming from the philosophy that she has on her channel, I think she would really appreciate the thoughtfulness going behind whether or not to purchase her products. So that's where I'm at on that. Long-winded conversation. The next thing I wanted to just talk about briefly is Lethal Cosmetics posted a sneak peek that just says glitch and nothing else, and then there's like flickering colors. So I don't know if they're launching another eyeshadow palette or some liners or what they're launching, but like I made a custom palette from Lethal and I need to do a video for you guys about this palette because it's very nice. But I'm very interested to see what else they launch because I think their products are very good quality, even though they're a little expensive. Alright. Good Molecules is going to be coming to Ulta Beauty, which I think is awesome. I've been wanting to try their Yerba Mate caffeine eye serum. It's like, is it a serum or is it like a primer? I'm not sure. It's like an eye treatment, I guess I'll say. So I've been wanting to try that. They have a pineapple like powder that turns into a face scrub. I've been wanting to try that as well. So definitely something that I'm really excited about because I love being able to shop from Ulta, get my points, and then cash my points in for something else. Alright, NYX Cosmetics is collabing with Tetris, and I think that would have been such a cool opportunity for NYX to make something cool, and instead they made this trash. There's, I don't know, 1,000 colors in this thing. I'm not really sure. If you look at the actual package of the palette, there are specific shades that are outlined in the shape of Tetris pieces, and those like quads have much more interesting color stories than the entire palette put together. I think if they wanted to do something like this, they should have either blacked out part of the space where all these empty, unnecessary duplicate shades are and made it look like the pieces were actually falling into the palette, or make it like 4 or 5 whatever little separate palettes and make them into Tetris shapes. I think either of those things would have been much more innovative. Would have been a little more expensive, but it would have been much more innovative. You could have put it in a bundle, you could have put the little pieces together, like it would have looked very cool and cohesive, and I think you would have gotten out of this trap of here's like 15 browns, 15 yellows, 15 roses, and they're all looking pretty much the same in the palette. Like this looks like one of those palettes that people buy, people who like makeup for Christmas, because they think that they like all makeup indiscriminately, and that is not actually like of a quality that is worth using or saving. So really disappointed in this launch. There's some liners, some lip duos. Those are just fine. I mean, I don't really have any objection to those things, although the colors from the original like promo photos versus the colors of the actual packages are a bit different, so I think the saturation got bumped up a little bit on some of the promo photos, but I don't have as much issue with those bundles as I do with the actual palette itself, which I just think is extraordinarily oversized and unnecessary, redundant. Alright, Zueva is doing the Together We Shine collection. They have a 10-pan eyeshadow palette, a 6-pan mini palette, and then like a 4-pan. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a face quad or just an eyeshadow. Oh, it is supposed to be a face quad, yeah. And then there's an eyeliner and a brush set. Whoa, $65 for the brushes. And there's only 5 brushes? Get out of here. Oh my god, no. Nope. This is all kind of like boring warm tone neutrals. I don't really think I need any of this. I have wanted to try Zueva so much because I hear, you know, good things about them from different people that I watch, but none of their launches really ever speak to me enough to make me want to pull the trigger because their prices are kind of high. And the brushes, they always look really interesting, but there's so many shapes that I won't use, and for the price, like, I need to be able to use every single brush in a set like that. Okay, and the next thing to talk about is Beauty Bakery is adding some skincare to their line. So they have Our Daily Bread Deep Cleansing Exfoliating Sponges, which are konjac sponges. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, but I've had those types of sponges before from other brands. They are really nice, and they do like buff your skin pretty nicely. So definitely a nice product to have. There's a Milk Sleep Repeat Cleansing Face Wash, a Coffee Break Exfoliating Facial, Don't Be Chai Tea Toner Calming Essence, and a Better Half My Creamer Hydra Rich Facial Moisturizer. Everything is set up to be like these cutesy little like food themed things again. Very, very cute. I think it goes with their whole aesthetic from their brand in terms of, you know, like pastries and baking and, you know, baking goods and ingredients and stuff. So I think it fits right in with their products. It's coming in January 2022. Why did they even post about this now? That's a really long sneak peek. That's odd. Anyway, I obviously won't be buying any of it anytime soon, but I'll keep an eye out. The next thing is COSA is doing a brow launch on the 30th. They have a volumizing treatment gel for your brows, $22, a dual action defining pencil for $22, and an air brow clear lifting treatment gel for $22. It looks like their shade range is pretty intense here. We have like 9 colors for the brow gel, and I think about 9 colors for the pencils, and then the clear gel on top of that. That's a great range, and it's a great price point if you compare it to like an ABH or something like that. I've really been into the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil, which is $5, so probably will not pick this one up. But it's definitely like, it's a great shade range, so if you have trouble finding your shade range, this might be the thing to look for. Alright, just a few more things here. We have the Hank & Henry tie-dye collection that launches on Monday. This is, I believe, a collab with Bianca Loves Makeup. There's a really pretty rainbow palette and a mirror. I will not be picking up any of this stuff. The palette is $45. That's kind of pricey. It's a 20-pan palette. Definitely a solid rainbow palette with a black and a white. I think it looks really pretty. I have not personally tried Hank & Henry products yet, so I do need to give some of them a try. I've heard their brushes are very good, but I haven't tried any of their other products yet, so I can't speak to the quality of those other things. Alright, Glam Polish is releasing the NOLA collection with 10 electric kind of neon type shades. I think they look so pretty. It's coming April 9th. Definitely, if you like indie polishes, if you like really flaky, like the Holo Taco polishes, Holo Taco is just barely scratching the surface of what indie polish is doing. So if you like Holo Taco but you think it's a little bit too pricey, definitely check out the indie polish scene because there's so much more to be had there. Lovelies Cosmetics is doing the Blood Countess eyeshadow palette. It's going to be 9 shades, and it's basically like a red and pink palette. I do think it's really pretty, but I think there are some pressed glitters in it, so I'm definitely going to pass over this one. But it's a brand that I want to like watch and see what else they come out with and maybe try something in the future. Alright you guys, so the last thing to talk about is this House of Solange collection with Disney. As you can see, there are several different components here. There is a eyeshadow quint, which is $68, rose gold shades, a complexion duo, which is supposed to be a blush and highlighter, $58, a lip gloss, and $36, 2 lipsticks, which are $58 each, or you can get the entire collection for $240. This is ridiculous. You do not need this. If you like that eyeshadow quad or quint, go get the quad from e.l.f. Cosmetics in Rosewater. You will be just fine. It's $4. You can save yourself so much money. $64. You can go buy like 12 of them and give them out to all your best friends. The highlighter and blush duo are definitely only going to work on the very fairest of skin tones. They're not going to work on anything deeper than that. The packaging is all very like slap Minnie Mouse on it and call it a day. It's not very inventive or anything, so I just don't think any of this is really that necessary. I'm sure there are collectors out there that are going to be so excited for this, but this is just not for me. Alright. And with that being said, that is everything for this week's Purchase or Pass. You guys are going to have to let me know down in the comments below. What are you thinking about picking up this week? What are you thinking about passing over this week? I forgot to mention one more thing. Okay, one more thing. So this was actually just kind of like hinted at on Angelique Meekfist's channel. She did her Friday video, Purchase or Pass. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already. But she mentioned that Odin's Eye is going to be doing mystery boxes. And the mystery boxes are going to be either 25 euros for, I believe, $40 euros worth of product, or there's a 55 euro box for €100 worth of product. And discount codes will work for that. She has a discount code for that, so you can definitely check it out. I think it's affiliated. I don't remember, but it's not my code, so it's not going to make me any money anyway. But yeah, I'm like thinking I might do that. It's not going to include anything from the new Norns collection. So the 3 eyeshadow mini palettes that they did, Past, Present, and Future, and that new Norns eyeshadow palette that has those like smoky jewel tones, it's not going to include those things, nor the face highlighters that they released with that. But it's going to include all their other past launches. I'm very, very, very tempted to pick up one of those mystery boxes, probably the bigger one, because I'm a makeup monster. But because even if they were to give me duplicates of everything else that I own from them, I would still get like dollar for dollar value of the products that were remaining, so it wouldn't be like a loss, if that makes sense. And that would be assuming that they gave me exactly everything I already own, which the likelihood of that is pretty low considering I don't own tons of things from them. So I think now would be a great time to get a mystery box, hopefully be able to try some of their different lip products. They have 3 different lip formulas. I've not tried any of them. They have 2 different blush formulas. I've not tried any of those. They have the Freya palette, the Alva 1, the Alva 2, the Earth, what is it, Earth, Wind, and Fire? No, that's a music band. A music band? Who am I? Am I 100? I don't know. I think there's a water, an earth, and like a sky or something. I don't know. They have a couple of other like mini palettes. So I definitely think I'm going to be picking that up. Let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see a video like unboxing, maybe trying some of those products out. I would love to do a video like that for you guys. Okay. And I think that is everything that we needed to talk about. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking about picking up for your, next week or so of makeup purchases. Are you thinking about getting anything? Are you holding off for now? Are you keeping an eye out for something new or different, waiting for that next big release? Let me know down in the comments below. Love talking to you guys, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. Bye!